Okay, my friends, in this video I want to have a review and solve some examples related to the combinational circuits and sequential circuit, counters, registers, and also memory. So as a first example, in this question, I want to analyze the combinational circuit that you can see here. We said that in the analyzing the combinational circuit, we start to find the output of each gate. Uh, at the end, find the last output of the circuit as the input variables, where here is the A, B, C, and D. So for example, T1 is equal to B prime C. You can see that here is B prime. So we can say that T1 is equal to B prime C. And also here is the A prime. So it means that T2 is equal to A prime B. So what about the T3? T3 is A or T1? T3 is A or T1. So instead of T1, if we write B prime C, we will have A or B prime C. Okay. Now, what is a T4? We can see that T4 is Dx or T2. So it means that I can write T4 as Dx or T2. So it means that I can expand this one as D prime T2 or D T2 prime. Means that D prime T2 is A prime B or D T2 prime is A prime B prime. So it means that I can write this one again as A prime B D prime, or this one can be written in this form. Look at here. I can rewrite this section as A or B prime. Okay, as according to De Morgan, A prime dot B prime is A or B prime. So it means that I can write this one as A prime A D or B prime D. Okay, now I could find T4. Now what is the F2? If you look at the F2, here is D prime. F2 is equal to D prime or T2. So it means that is equal to D prime or T2 is A prime B. So it means that I could write F2 as the output of this circuit according to the inputs values. What about the F1? F1 is equal to T3 or T4, which is equal to T3 is A plus B prime C, I have written here, or T4 is A prime B D prime or A D or B prime D. So I could find also F1 as the input variables and also F2 as the output of this circuit as input variables. Okay, in the question number 2, we want to design a combinational circuit. In the designing the combinational circuit, we said that we have 5 steps that we have to obey from these steps to designing the combinational circuit. So says that design a combinational circuit with 3 input. It means that here the number of input is given and 1 output. It means that the number of output is given here. So the output is 1 when the binary value of the input is more than 2. The output is 0 otherwise. Let's first of all solve the section A. Okay, what was the first step? First step was determining the number of the input and output that we determined. Then we have to assign the actually variable, then find the relationship between input and output. So for the section A, we say that we have to find the relationship between input and output and assign the variables to the each input and output. So we say that x, y, z for the input, and for example f for the output. Now we write all of the possible combination. Now for the output, question says that the output is 1 when the binary value input is more than 2, the rest is 0. Now here is 0 less than 2, it means that is equal to 0, 0, 0. So the rest is equal to 1. Now according to this one, we have to find the function, simplified Boolean function for the f. How? Using the Karnaugh map. So we say that for the Karnaugh map, we have 3 variables. Draw the 3 variables Karnaugh map. Here is x, y, z, x, y, z, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now everywhere is 1, we write the 1. 0, 1, 2 is 0, the rest is 1. Now we have to make a group. You can see that here we have 4, 1, and here we have 2, 1. So it means that f is equal to x, this one is x, or this one is y, z. Now we can design this circuit. We say that we have x, y, z, yz, yz, and also x. So we OR these two, which is equal to f. So we could design this circuit. Now in the case of the section B, again we write the x, y, z, and according to this information, we make the new f. Okay? So for the B, we say that the output is 1 when the binary value of the input is not divisible by 3. Actually, we accept the 0. So which one is divisible by 3? 3 and 6 are divisible. This is the 0, 1, 2, 3. Here v is equal to 0 and the 6 is equal to 0. So the rest will be equal to 1. Now again we draw the Karnaugh map to find the new f. Now everywhere is equal to 1, we have to write 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. 4, 5, and 7. Now we have to make a group. We can say that these 4 and also these 2 and also these 2 corners are neighbors with together. So it means that f is equal to this 4 is y prime, or this 2 is xz, or this 2 is xz prime. X prime z prime. X prime z prime. Now we can design this circuit. Now after drawing the x, y, z, now according to this function, we create the f. We have xz, x, z, x prime, z prime, and y prime. So both of 3 are ORed with together to make the new f in this form that you can see. That was the question number 2. So in the question number 3, question says that implement the following Boolean function using the decoder. So we know that how using the decoder we can design the different types of the function. We look at to the number of the variables. According to the number of the variables, we say that we can determine the type of the decoder, because we have 3 input A, B, C. We have to design the 3/8 decoder, because the decoder is n by 2 to the power of n. It means that we have 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 output. So each output represents the min term. So it means that 0, 2, 4, 6 is used. 0, 2, 4, and 6 are used for designing this Boolean function using the OR gate. So in this form, as you can see, we can design our F1. Similarly, for the F2, we have 4 variables. It means that our input will be 4. So when our input is 4, it means that we will have 4/16 decoder. A, B, C, and D, or here is the W, X, Y, Z. So we have the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to the 15. Now again, similarly, we can find this one too by all of these inputs connected to the all of the min terms connected to the output of the decoder. You can directly connect all of them, or you can do something like that. 2/2, for example, you can do it. 1 and 2 are ORed with together. 5, 7 are ORed with together. Again, these two can be ORed with together. 7 and 8 can be, sorry, we use the 7, 8 and 9 can be ORed with together. 13 and 15 can be ORed with together. Then these two can be ORed with together. And these two also can be ORed with together to produce the F2. So in this form, you can design this F2. Okay, in the case of the Q4, wanted to implement the Boolean function using the two 8x1 multiplexer. That because we have the 8x1 multiplexer, and if we look at the number of the input variable is 4, it means that we will have 16 possible combination, and because the multiplexer is 8x1 means that we have to divide our trust table by 2 to implement these functions using the 8x1 multiplexer. So I will write the trust table of the 4 variables, then continue the solution. Okay, now in the case of the F1, we have 0, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. 0, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. So the rest is equal to 0. Now for designing the 8x1 multiplexer, look at here, we have 8x1 multiplexer. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We know that we have 3 selection line, S0, S1, and S2, and also we have the 1 output as F1. So we said that we have to divide this trust table vertically. So from the MSB, the first variable is written as the selection line, means that here is W, X, and Y. And for comparing the F1, we need to have the Z. So we compare the F1 with the Z to find each of the output. But how? We said that we divide 2 by 2 in this form. So after drawing the trust table in this form, so you can see that here is the I0, here is I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, and I7. Now if we compare the F1 and Z here, you can see that here is Z prime. Again, here is Z prime. Here is the Z prime. So here is the, again, Z prime. Here is equal to Z. Here is equal to Z prime. Here is equal to 0. And here is equal to 0. Now we have to apply the same, the Z and Z prime in the input of this multiplexer. So we say that we draw the Z and Z prime in this form. I draw 1, 0 actually here as a 0. Now I0 is Z prime, I1 is Z prime, I2 is Z prime, I3 is Z prime, I4 is Z, I5 is Z prime, I6 and I7 are the 0 which is connected to the ground. Now for the F2 we do the same thing in this form. We see that because the actually all of the possible combinations are the same, we can continue this table in this form and say that for the F2 we have the same division of the table. Write F2 everywhere we have the mean term, we write 1, the rest is equal to 0 in this form that I want to fill this table. Now again, if I want to compare this F2 with the Z, here is we will have Z, here we will have Z prime, here we will have Z, also here we have Z, here we have 1, 0, Z, and also Z. Now again, because we have the 8 by 1, we draw the another one in this form. So because the selection line is same as the selection line of the previous one, we connect the Y to the S0, S1 to the S1, and also S2 to the S2. So again, for the 0 up to 7, we produce the Z, Z prime, 1 and 0 if needed, something like that. Now again, for the I0 we have Z, for the I1 we have Z prime, for the I2 we have Z, for the I3 we have Z, for the I4 we have 1, for the I5 we have 0, for the I6 and I7 we have Z. So if you write here Z, here is equal to Z prime, I connect this one as 0 and this one as 1. Now in this form you can produce the also F2. So for the question number 5, question says that construct a 16 by 1 multiplexer using 2 8 by 1 and 1 2 by 1 multiplexer. It means that we want to design the 16 by 1 multiplexer. This is the original component that we want to design using 2 8 by 1 and 1 2 by 1. So we know that in this 16 by 1 multiplexer we have 16 inputs for selection line and 1 output. So we have to produce all of them for selection line, 16 input. But how? In the 8 by 1 multiplexer, we know that we have 8 input and 3 selection line. In the 2 by 1, we have 2 input and 1 selection line. Okay? So using this 1 selection line and these 3 selection line, we can produce these 4 selection line. Using the 2 input of the multiplexer means that because we will use 2 multiplexer, we will have 16 input for producing this one. At the end, because the input output of the 2 by 1 is 1, we can produce this one as the output. Now it means that I have to design this circuit in this form. Okay, so after drawing 2 8 by 1 multiplexer, 8 by 1 multiplexer, and one 2x1 multiplexer. If I connect this S0 to this S0 and this S1 to this S1 and S2 to this one, and in this form make a connection here and use this one as a force selection line. So it means that here is S0, S1, S2 and S3 as a force selection line, and connect this one here and also connect this one here. Now using this concept, look at here, you can see that inside of this box we have one 16x1 multiplexer. Why? Because we have 4 selection line and 16 input and 1 output, like the 16x1 multiplexer. So we could design the multiplexer, 16x1 multiplexer, using 3 different multiplexer. In question number 6, want to construct a JK flip-flop using 1D flip-flop, 1 2x1 multiplexer and inventor. So it means that we want to design the JK flip-flop. We know that in the JK flip-flop we have J, K, here is Q, and QT plus 1. In the JK is JQ prime plus K prime Q. So we want to design this JK flip-flop using the D flip-flop. D flip-flop is this. This is the D and Q. And we know that in the D flip-flop QT plus 1 is equal to D. And also we want to design this one using the multiplexer, 2x1 multiplexer. This is the I0, this is the I1, and we have one selection line and output. And we have learned that the output, which is equal to F, is equal to 0 I0, 1 I1, and we said that F is equal to S prime I0 plus S I1. You see that using this concept we can find the F, and also we have the AND gate. So using these three components, we want to design this flip-flop. Now if you compare the characteristic equation of JK flip-flop with the Boolean function of the multiplexer, you can see that the S here, actually the Q here play the role of the Q, the Q here play the role of the S here, or vice versa, S here play the role of the Q here. And also I0, you can see that I0 acts like J and I1 acts like K prime. So it means that if we connect the I0 to the K, I1 to the K prime, and connect the S to the Q, we can produce this JK flip-flop. And at the end, if I connect the output of the multiplexer to the input of the D flip-flop, because QT plus 1 is equal to D, this F, which is equal to this one, will move to the output. So it means that I can say that at the beginning, I have one multiplexer in this form, 0, 1, S, F. Connect the I0 directly to the J, and connect the K prime using the NOT gate, produce the K. Here will be K prime. I could produce actually here the JQ prime plus K prime Q. Now, if here I use D flip-flop, I can produce the Q. Now, if I connect this Q to the S, and here is my clock, CLK, so it means that I could design the JK flip-flop in this form that you can see. Now this is my JK flip-flop. Using one multiplexer, one D flip-flop, and one inverter, I could design the JK flip-flop. Okay, for the question number 7, we want to talk about the sequential circuit. So in the sequential circuit, in this question says that for the sequential circuit, we have two D flip-flop with the output of A and B, two inputs, X, Y, and one output Z, specified by these state equations. These two are the state equation, means that give us the actually output of the flip-flop, and this is my output of the circuit. So according to this information, in the section A, want to draw the logic diagram. Now look at here, according to this information, we have to first of all read carefully the question to see that to extract the information from the problem. So because we have two D flip-flop, we draw the two flip-flops, something like that. D flip-flop, we call this one as DA. This is the A. And the second one is the second flip-flop, D of B, with the output of the B. Now, because we know that the QT plus 1 is equal to D for the D flip-flop, AT plus 1 is equal to DA, BT plus 1 is equal to B, DB. So we have the clock for both of them connected to the same. This is our CLK. So for the A and B, I have to produce this one, BX. So this is the X, and this is the B. So this is connected to the DA. For the DB, we have AY. Again, we draw one AND gate from here, connected to the input of the AND. This is the Y. Now this one connected to, this is the AND gate, and this is the AND gate. So what about the Z? Z is equal to A. So from here, this is the, this is the equal to Z. This is the output of the system. So I could design the circuit in this form that you can see. Now in the case of the section B, says that list the state table for the sequential circuit. In the state table, we said that we have 4 columns: present state, input, next state, and output. Now using these equations, we can find all of them. Okay, for the present state, we have two actually flip-flop. It means that AT and B of t are our present state. For the input, we have x and y. For the next state, we have at plus 1 and bt plus 1. And for the output, we have z. Now, for the AT and BT, because we have two variables, we have 4 possible combination. So, but on the other hand, we have 2 different inputs. Here also we have 4 different possible combination. So it means that for each of the combination of the AB, we have 4 different combination for the input in this form: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So it means that for all of them we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Similarly, for the 0, 1, we have again 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here we write 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. For the rest, we have to complete this table in this form that I will show you. Now you can see that we could complete the present state and input in this form that you can see. Now, how we can find the next state? We learned that the AT plus 1 is equal to BT and x of t, and BT plus 1 is equal to AT y of t. Using these 4 columns, we can produce this one. Again, I will fill this table and will show you that what we can use it. So, as an one example, look at here. We say that AT plus 1 is BT xt. BT is 0, xt is 0. We write AT plus 1, 0. For the BT plus 1, AT is 0, YT is 0. The output will be 0 up to the end. In the case of the Z, we say that we learned that Z is equal to A in the previous slide. Now we can actually fill this output according to this A in this form that you can see here. Now again, according to this A, we write the Z. That was the actually B, section B that we talked here. List the state table of the sequential circuit. Now in the section C, want to draw the corresponding state diagram, and we learned that how using the state table we draw the state diagram. Again, I will show you that what's happening. So if you look at here, you can see that we have 4 different states: 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So it means that we have to draw the 4 circles like that. Write the corresponding states in this form here. Now we say that when the present state is 0, 0 and input is 0, 0, what will be next state? We apply same thing here. When here in the 0, 0, the next state is, then the input is equal to 0, 0. The next state will be 0, 0. Now, what will be the output? Output will be equal to 0. Now, where I have to write this 0? inside of the circle or on the arrow, because we look at to the output to see that the output just depends to the state of the circuit, not inputs. We say that we write the output inside of the circle according to the Moore model. We continue all of them in this form. For example, again we say that 0 0 input 0 1, the output is 0 1. For 0 1, the next 0 0, again 1 0 and 1 1. Now you can see that in the all of the case the next state will be 0 0. So in this one, the present state is 0 1, the input is 0 0, the next state is 0 0. So it means that we are in the 0 1, the output is 0 0, the next state will be 0 0. 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1, the next state is 0 0 0 1. Similarly, for all of them we have to do the same thing. So you can see that at the end the state diagram will be this one that you can see here. Okay, in this question we want to design the sequential circuit. Now here a state diagram is given. Using the D flip-flop we want to design it. Now in this case, if the state diagram is given, we have to draw first of all the state table. Using the state diagram we have to draw the state table. After that we can design the circuit. So in the state table it means that we need the again present state, we need the input, we need the next state, and we need the output. And we know that using the state diagram we can find all of them. Now if you look at to the states, we have 1 2 3 4 5 0 1. Get here, this is the 0 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, we have 4 different states, 5 different states. At each state we have 3 bits, means that we need to 3 actually flip-flop A, B, C, because for each bit we need to use the D flip-flop. According to this information that we could extract from the state diagram, we can fill this table. On the other hand, we know that this bit is represent our input and this one represent our output. So the number of the bit here, number of the bit represents the number of flip-flop. Okay, so it means that with looking at this state diagram, we could find the present state, next state, input and output. Now if we look at the state diagram, we can say that we have just one input, because here 1 bit is used, and we have one output. So according to this information I will draw the state table. Now for a first one we say that, okay, now we say that what is the first present state is 0 0 0 0 0 0. Now when I am in the 0 0 0 as a present state, and my input is 0, what is the next state? Look at here, is 0 1 1 0 1 1. What is the output? This one is 0. So again, because we have one input, it means that again the x can be 0, can be 1. It means that again I say that when the present state is 0 0 0 and input is 1, look at here, input is 1, what's the next state? 1 0 0 1 0 0. And what is the output? Output is equal to 1. So for the next one is 0 0 1 0 0 1. Write the 0 0 1 here. Again we say that when x is 0 and 0 and we are in the present state as 0 0 1, what is the next state? The same thing, 0 0 1 0 0 1. What is the output? Output is equal to 0. So this process happens up to the end. We have 0 0 1 here. When this is 1, what is the next state? Is 1 0 0. What is the output? Output is equal to 1. This process continued for all of the other possible combination. I will fill this table and show you that what's happening. Okay, you can see that according to this state diagram, we could fill this table in this form that you can see. Now, the next step here is finding the input of the flip-flop. So because we use the D flip-flop and we know that QT plus 1 in the D flip-flop is equal to D, we don't need to find the actually again the column for the input flip-flop, because we know that AT plus 1 is equal to DA. Similarly, BT plus 1 is equal to DB, and CT plus 1 is equal to D of C. So it means that if using the actually Boolean function for ABC of t plus 1 means that we could find the input flip-flops. So, but how? If you look at to this truss table, you can say that this is using these 4 variables, we can produce all of the combination. This is the 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. It means that this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can see that using these 4 variables, we can produce the AT plus 1, BT plus 1, CT plus 1, and also Y. From 0 up to 9, we use all of these ones, and for the rest, we use the don't care for producing the Carnot map. Now, I will create the Carnot map for the A, B, C, and Y. Okay, so for the AT plus 1, first of all, start with the AT plus 1. For the AT plus 1, I use the Carnot map in this form. AB, CX. Here is A prime, B prime, B prime, C prime, and here is X prime, X prime. So here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So because I will use this Carnot map 4 times for AT plus 1, BT plus 1, CT plus 1, and Y, I copy this Carnot map and will continue it. Okay, let's start with the AT plus 1. For the AT plus 1, we say that we have, this is the 0, 1, 3. So what about the 10 up to 15? 10 up to 15. All of them are the don't care. All of them are the don't care. So here we have 1, 1. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 are the don't care. So we can say that using these two ones, we can make a group. So AT plus 1 will be equal to A prime B prime X, A prime B prime X, which is equal to D A. Okay, for the BT plus 1, BT plus 1, let's write it here. So we look at this column, we have 0 as 1, then we have actually 4 as 1, then we have 7 as 1, and 8 and 9 1. The rest will be don't care. Okay, so if we make a group, we can see that here we have 1 8, and also we have 4 here, and also we have 1 2 group here. So it means that BT plus 1 will be equal to, this 8 is A, this 4 is C prime X prime, and this 3 is equal to BC X, which are equal to D of B. Okay, let's talk about the CT plus 1. For the CT plus 1, we have, again, you can see that we have 0, 1, and also 6 as 1, and 9 as 1. So the rest is equal to don't care. So we write 1 here, and 2 as 1, 6 as 1, and 9 as 1. So the rest is don't care. Now again, we have to produce the maximum possible ones. Again, you can see that here we have 4, 1. Here we have another 4. And also here, these two are the groups. So it means that CT plus 1 is equal to AX, or CX prime, or A prime B prime X prime, A prime B prime X prime, which is equal to D of C. So as a last one, which is equal to which is y as output, you can see that in the output of the y, we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, and also 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 are equal to don't care. So for the making a group, we have just these 4, 1. We can say that y is equal to a prime x. So we could find all of the Boolean functions using 3D flip-flop, and these Boolean functions we can design our circuits. Okay, we draw 3 flip-flops. dA with the input of A and A prime, dB with the B and B prime, and C with the DC, C and C prime. So because of the reducing the complexity of drawing the circuit, I prefer to draw the circuits in this form that I want to show you that. Look at here. For the dA, we write A prime, B prime, C prime as the AND gate in this form. A prime, B prime, X. For simplicity, we can do something like that. Actually, you can draw this one here, B prime from here, but because the circuit will be complex and we cannot understand what's happening, this is the better way to representing this circuit. Now, dA is A prime, B prime, X. For the dB, we have C prime, X prime, C prime, X prime. We have BCX, BCX, and also we have A. So all of these three are ORed with together. In this form that you can see, then connected to the B. For the case of the DC, we have AX, AX, we have CX prime, CX prime, and A prime, B prime, X prime, A prime, B prime, X prime. Again, or all of them. Then connected to the D of C, and at the end, using the A prime and X prime, A prime and X, we can produce the output Y. So this is the designing of the sequential circuit that you saw here. In the question number 9 says that we have a register, shift register, actually 4-bit shift register, that initially this information, this 4-bit word is stored in the shift register. Now we want to 6 times shift this information to the right, and the serial input is this. What is the content of the register after each shift and at the end what should we have? So it means that we have something like that. Look at here. At the beginning, we have 4-bit shift register. Inside of the shift register, we have 1, 1, 0, 1. So the information here is 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, this information. Now, after the clock pulse comes, what's happening to the information of this shift register? We draw again this one. Now look at here. After shifting the register, this one move here, this one move here, this one move here, this one move here, and this. So here, this 0 comes here, 1, 1, 0, 1, and this one from here moves here, so here we will have 1. For the next step, again, after coming the clock pulse, we continue this process in this form. So again, we say that this one comes here, this one comes here, this one comes here, this 0 comes here. So here we will have 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and this 0 from here comes here. Now for the second step, we will have this information inside of the shift register. We will continue 6 times to see the result at each step. Now you can see that after 6 times shifting the bits to the right, we will have this information at the end inside of the shift register. Okay, in the case of the question number 10, we want to design the counter using the JK flip-flop that repeated this sequence 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So because the maximum number is 6, means that we have to use 3 bits for drawing the state table. So if we draw the state table, again we will have the present state, as you can see here, present state. We have 3 bits, A, B, C, because the 6 using the minimum 3 bits can be represented. So again, we have to write all of the possible combination. For the next state, again, we have A, t plus 1, B, t plus 1, and C, t plus 1. So we say that when we have 0, what will be next state? 0, 0, 1. When we have 1, what's the next state? Is 2. When we are in the 2, what's the next state? 3. 3, 4. 4, 5. 5, 6. 6, 0, 0, 0. For the 7, we have don't care. So using this concept, we could find the next state, but we want to design the circuit using the JK flip-flop. Now it means that we have to find the input of the flip-flops, means that we need to find JA, KA, JB, KB, JC, and KC as the inputs of flip-flops. But how we can find it? Using the excitation table, we said that in the designing of the circuits, sequential circuit, we use the excitation tables to find the input of the flip-flops. If we have QT plus 1, what will be the input of the J and K? Again, we say that we have 4 possible combinations. And we have 0, 1, X, 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 1, 0. Okay, using this excitation table, we can fill these columns. How? As an example, I say that AT is 0, AT plus 1 is 0. What will be JAKL? 0, 0, 0x. 0x. For example, BT is 0, BT plus 1 is 0. According to this table, JK will be 0x. 0x. Similarly, CT is 0, CT plus 1 is 1. It means that using this row, we can find the 1x. 1x for all of the J's and K's. Similarly, I will fill this table in this form with looking at to this excitation table. Okay, now using this table, because here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. With drawing the 3 variable Carnot map, we can find this JA, KA up to the end. Okay, now let's start with the JA. JA, here, if you look at here, you can see that for the JA, the 3 is 1, the rest is equal to 0. The rest is equal to don't care. 1, then 4, 5, 6, 7 are the 0. Now again, we make this one as the group, and JA will be equal to BC. For the KA, if you look at here, you can see that just this 6 is equal to 1. The rest is equal to, so here is equal to, actually from 0 up to 3 we have don't care. So here we have 1, again 7 is don't care. So we apply it here. Here is 1, 6 is 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and also 7 is equal to don't care. So we have this 4 as one group, which is equal to B. Similarly, using this column and these columns, we can find the JB, KB, JC, KC in this form that I want to show you. Okay, after finding all of the J's and K's, using the 3 flip-flops, we can draw the circuits in this form that I will show you. Again, we have 3 JK flip-flop, JA, KA, A prime. Similarly, all of them is written in this form. Now in this form, you can see that we design the sequential counter. So as the last question, we want to design the combinational circuit using the RAM that accepts 3 bits. It means that the inputs is 3 and the output using 2x plus 1 is obtained. So it means that we have to use the, for example, A2, A1, and A0 for the inputs, and again write all of the possible combination. Now this is time for producing the output. Using 2x plus 1, we can produce the output. This is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Okay, now how we can produce this one using how many bits do we need to produce this y? We look at the maximum number 15. Using the 4-bit we can see that we can design the 15. So we say that we use the 4 bits in the output. So 1 represented in this form using 4-bit, 3 represented in this form. In the case of the 5, we have this one. For the 7, we have something like that. For the 9, we have this one. For the 11, we have this one. For the 13, and also 15 is something like that. Now we have to design this circuit. How? We said that using the decoder and also OR gates. So because we have 3 bits in the input, we use 3 by 8 decoder. Here we have A0, A1, and A2. And also we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 inputs that you can see here. So, but before designing, we said that we have to look at the table to see that can we simplify this circuit or not. If you look at here, B3, you can see that it's same as A2, B2 is same as A1, and B1 is same as A0. It means that I can say that with connecting B3 to the A2, connecting the B2 to the A1, and connecting B1 to the A0, just using one OR for the B0, and everywhere we have 1, we have to cross point in this form that you can see. We could design the RAM, okay, and the RAM is the 8 by 1 RAM. In this form we can produce these combinational circuits.